Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we got some topics to get in today, including an update to the Street Fighter 6 announcement, and we get our first official look at the PlayStation VR2. We have those and many other topics to cover today, but before we get started, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing. That's the best way to let me know you enjoy the content on this channel. Now let's get started. So yesterday we covered the announcement of Street Fighter 6 and showed you the logo, and there was a lot of comments about how it kind of looks generic and looks like a big branch off from what they've done in the past. But I don't think we really had an idea of just how generic it was. Take a look at this tweet from the creative director of Ars Technica. It says, "The new Street Fighter 6 logo is $80 on Adobe's stock site. I don't even know what to say. I knew it was generic, but I didn't realize it was this bad. They searched for, quote, SF on a stock logo site and rounded a couple corners, then added the 6. Now obviously this is an opinion from the creative director at Ars Technica, but you take a look here at these two side by side and tell me what you think. IGN did some more digging and found this. Speaking to IGN, XCoolLee confirmed that they had created the Adobe stock image and revealed that they were looking to sell exclusive rights to the image to Capcom, removing it from sale to other parties. We contacted Capcom for comment on the similarities in the designs and XCoolLee's offer of sale. Now at the time of this recording, they've not heard back from Capcom, and I kind of doubt they're going to. We'll either see a redesign of this logo, or we'll see them just claim that, no, we came up with this on our own, and that very well could be possible, but I'm not sure. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Next, over at blog.playstation.com, we finally get a look at the PlayStation VR2, and take a look here at these images and tell me what you think. You can see here how they have just the one cable coming down off the headset connected to the PS5. And the senior art director had a little comment to say here that I thought was interesting. It states, "When I started to work on the design for the PlayStation VR2 headset, one of the areas I wanted to focus on first was the idea of creating a vent in the headset to let air out, similar to the vents on the PS5 console that allows airflow. Our engineers came up with this idea as a good way to allow ventilation and avoid having the lens fog up while players are immersed in their VR games. I worked on many design concepts to achieve this, and in the final design you can see there is a little space in between the top and the front surface of the scope that contains the integrated ventilation. I am really proud of how this turned out and the positive feedback I have gotten so far. I hope our PlayStation fans will also agree, and I can't wait for them to try it out." So I thought the idea of a vent in the top is an interesting concept. I guess that allows the moisture to come out and the heat to come out. And I think the design looks a lot sleeker, and hopefully it's not very heavy and pretty light. We still don't have a cost on this, so if you were hoping to find that out, we'll probably have to wait a little longer. And on an interesting note, Bethesda is closing their launcher. And I wasn't even aware this was a thing, but apparently it's used mostly just for Fallout 76. The headline here coming from Bethesda.net says, "Sunsetting the Bethesda.net launcher and migrating to Steam. We're saying goodbye to the Bethesda.net launcher this year. Starting in early April, you'll be able to migrate your games and wallet to your Steam account." Now this article goes on to break down how this will function. So it's going to be available in April, but you're going to have to do it before the end of May at least. So that's really giving a maximum of 2 months to do this migration. Now this may not be a big problem because it didn't seem like a whole lot of people were using this. Again, I think the only game I'm aware of that required this launcher was Fallout 76. And the reaction online has actually been pretty positive. I think a lot of people that game on their PC probably already have the Steam launcher and would be happy to get rid of another one. But let me know what you think. Did you ever use this Bethesda launcher, and how did it work? Did it seem to work very well? Drop a comment and let me know. Next, I want to take a look at the Famitsu Most Wanted games. Now this comes to us from Nintendo Everything, and they have a translation here from Famitsu, And this poll was taken between February 3rd and February 9th. And as you see here, there's a lot of games that I think all of us agree we want to see. It's interesting to note that this does break it down by system. So if you see Elden Ring down here at 10 and 11, that's for both the PS4 and PS5. So if you actually added those together, that would be 477, which would put it actually in 5th place. And I think there's some other games in here that are listed for multiple systems that probably could put them up higher if you added it together. But overall, this is just kind of a snapshot here of what people are expecting and wanting to play in Japan. And in our last bit of news, if you'll recall last week, we discussed the Min Min Amiibo showing up on a child safety certification list on Nintendo's website. Well, Nintendo finally made an official announcement. It states, the Min Min Super Smash Bros. Amiibo will be stretching into the scene April 29th. So I'm imagining this will go up for pre-order sometime soon, and so far as recording of this video, it hasn't shown up. But if this is something you're looking for, just be on the lookout for an announcement of pre-orders. Now to go along with that, they added the Steve and Alex Smash Bros. Amiibo were previously announced to launch in spring 2022. However, due to a logistics and production delay, unfortunately the release timing has been delayed to later in 2022. And this really comes as no surprise, as we haven't really seen anything about these two Amiibos, and of course there's still Sephiroth out there that I'm waiting on. But many of you are aware of global shipping issues and production delays that's affecting pretty much everything. So it looks like we'll just have to wait a little bit longer on the rest of these Amiibos to come out. And that's all we have for today. I had a lot of topics to get into that I thought were interesting to me, but were any interesting to you? Are you interested in the PlayStation VR2? And did you ever use the Bethesda Launcher? And are there more Amiibos that you would like to get that have been announced and haven't shipped, or maybe you would like to see some new ones announced? Drop a comment below and let me know. I want to thank you for watching, and be good.